Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome back to the Jen and Elke show, where we teach people how to make money online passively with an income platform that is print on demand based, and it's called Zazzle. Yes, you probably heard print on demand and Etsy as two things that get talked about together, but we would like you to really look at Zazzle, which is a different platform, same concept, more possibilities, less investment, lots more opportunity. Okay, but for you that you've tried multiple different businesses, whether it's an online coaching business, if it's a brick and mortar business, if it's an online passive income business already, even something like Etsy or Shopify, maybe you're just burnt out because you're not getting the income that you want. You just want to simplify it. You just want to get less work, more income.
hmm
Zazzle is the thing. And so this is our episode to talk about that. Let's dive in, giving you some more insight as to what Zazzle is and why we can even make that statement because that's what we're living right now, Jen and I, because we did the work, put the Zazzle store together. Our inventory is giving us passive income all the time, and it might be the way that you can also streamline your life and live life more rather than working in your business. Okay.
hmm And in the comment section, we would love to hear if you are currently using another platform or have another business and that you're feeling burnt out because we totally understand that. We've been there years
Yeah.
back before we were on the Zazzle platform, but working really hard, trying new things, trying to get clients, trying to do new projects, hustling all the time. And burnout is definitely a real thing. Not only are you exhausted, but then you're just frustrated that you are putting all this time and effort into something and you're not seeing the results. And unfortunately, we like to say that it's called a hobby when that happens. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that because hobby should be enjoyable, right? But if you're not making money out of something that you're doing consistently, then unfortunately it's considered a hobby because you're just putting in more work and effort than you're getting the results back. So we don't want you to be in that position. We know that Zazzle is an amazing platform to help people get out of that rut because it is so robust and there are so many things that are done for you and you don't have to hustle, hustle, hustle. You just obviously have to be intentional about creating a business model, doing research with your niche and your perfect customer and understanding the design tool and posting products for sale. But honestly, apart from those things, there really isn't too much more work that goes into creating an online business and with Zazzle. And when you're thinking of it from another perspective where you have multiple different platforms, maybe you're doing Facebook ads, maybe you're hosting a blog or a website, or maybe you're even a business owner like a coach like myself and Elke, and you're doing all of these live launches and it's consistent work all the time. It can be exhausting. And we want to make sure that you know that this is a solution for you because Elke and I, we've been on the platform since 2008 and we absolutely love it. That's why we teach and coach now because we see the potential for people. So the first point here that we want to talk about is that literally it just said, like, you're exhausted from keeping up with client work. Maybe you're a graphic designer, or maybe you are a licensed artist where you're just, doing the work here and there for either one-on-one clients or for businesses, and or you are your own business but keeping up with your inventory, constant launches. It's time to simplify, right? Because you're just, as I said, mentally, physically exhausted with all the stuff that you're doing and you're not seeing the results that you want to.
Mhm. Yes. And some people like that. Even me, like I like busy work. And then I realize, what am I doing? Right? Like I'm not actually making money from this busy work. I'm just feeling good about it that I'm working. And
Accomplishing.
and yeah, and I really had to step out of that and realize I have a life. I should have a life, but I don't because I'm working. And so you've got to pick a business model that actually works for you. And then if you say, okay, well, Elke and Jen said this about this online business, but how do I get started? And it's like, well, first of all, pick the right platform. And you hear so much about everyone's crushing it on Etsy. All you have to do is do print on demand and just open up a store, post one product that looks similar to this one that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and you're set for life. That's not how it works. But what does work is that at least Zazzle is a business in a box kind of thing, right? Like, there's so much there that you don't even have to learn or implement or choose or, integrate or any of those things. And so you get to actually understand and have time for the business side of things as to what to do, how to run it, make those decisions, and then not stay in the busy work,
Mhm.
right? You're still going to have to work. You're going to have to upload digital designs onto products, post them for sale in your digital store, which means then they're virtually available and they look like physical products, but they're not. So if you're completely new to Zazzle, that's how it works. And then only once someone buys it, because it's called print on demand, then that person then who places the order does get a physical product, but only after Zazzle actually prints it or one of their suppliers prints it, right?
Mhm.
Using all of the graphics and information and whatever you've had as your design that you just said, I'm going to put this design on, it's going to go on this blank product. Together, they end up making a product that the customer is going to get delivered to their house. But in the meantime, you aren't dealing with inventory. You're not figuring out who your supplier is for your magnets on the fridge. You're not like, I watched one video of this lady who got so many orders during Black Friday. I think she made over 700,000 magnets. And she goes like, I made this much money. I was like, yeah, but like you just spent the last like 20
2
days
2 months.
and cutting out the magnets and shipping them and like she almost had like a badge of honor of showing us this video of how she was doing these orders, and then she loaded up an entire van of boxes, and I'm going like, Zazzle does that all for you. Like, why are you doing this? Right. So anyway, that's something where I just wanted to bring in a story to help you understand that you could have your life easier, because Zazzle does sell magnets, and they sell them in this shape and that shape and then cut out shape and yeah, and so it's just it's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next point?
Same thing like this, what we were just talking about. You can design your own products on the platform the way that you want them. Of course, you have to be constricted by the product choices, but Zazzle offers over 1,500 product types and styles that you could choose from. And it's as easy as clicking on the product that you want to, designing it in their design tool. And like Elke mentioned, simplify your work process. It's not that you have to buy the product, then make the product, then ship the product, house the product in your house, and then rent a U-Haul truck. I've seen those videos, and like you said, they're so proud. They take a picture or a selfie with them standing on the back of the truck with the entire truck filled, and they're like, "This is how much I've sold this past month." And you're like, you're excited for them, but you're like, "Do I really want to do that whole thing?"
No, instead I just want to collect my royalties at the end of the month and go like, well, I did the same amount of money that this lady did, but I didn't have to do any of that work. I
Well,
just posted the design up on my store and then I made sure that it got marketed properly. That's it.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it brings us to this point too, where you're not on a deadline. Zazzle deals with customer service and shipping and handling, and they do all the thing in their own due diligence to make sure that the customer at the end gets their product within a timely manner. But you as the designer aren't responsible for that. And you just all you have to do is just create your product and then let it go and let it ride, right? Obviously you have to do research on creating that product, making sure that it's a good product, that it's made properly with your SEO, all of those things, right? But that's the biggest responsibility that you have. Beyond that, there's nothing that you have to do with shipping, deadlines, customer service, all of that stuff. And so
Collecting payments.
collecting payments, that
Yeah.
too, doing
And dealing
shipping.
with the taxes. We have so many people that jump ship from Etsy that come into our program and they go like, just tell me what to do because I'm so tired of figuring out all the VAT taxes.
That,
And
yeah.
yeah, and then now they're so happy just doing it on Zazzle because Zazzle takes care of all that.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say too is that especially with people who are doing like the drop shipping and then also you're shipping it out yourself, you have to figure out all of the different shipping costs at all these different places.
Oh yeah.
Elke and I, when we were on Etsy and we were selling physical products, that being granted, but it was like we'd have to go on to the UPS website and figure out how much did this thing weigh, how, like, where is it being sent, how do I add in and factor that into US dollars, convert it into Canadian dollars, and it was just such a whole process.
And you see, what we're like, I don't know if we're sort of diving into the mechanics of things, but we have a lot of clients who come into our program to get the basics, to just understand how this works so that they can run it as another business, as a challenge, because it's just such a low entry level, right? You do not need to take care of all of those things. So you're really just looking at what kind of designs make for a sale, and what do I need to do in terms of the least amount of marketing to make the sales happen. And so it becomes almost a game in a way. And then secondly, it's a low entry point then for everybody, right? Whether you've ever sold something, like, ever, if you've ever been to, like, you had a first job as McDonald's and you're like, would you like fries with that? Or if you've never sold a day in your life any product, you are able to start on Zazzle and figure this out, right? You don't need to know how to sell. You don't need to know how to do anything. You just need to know how to put like, you do need to learn how to decide what products you want to focus on so you're not wasting your time. But you do really have such a low entry point that we have people that are executives, that their background is finance. We have people who are full-on creatives. They're watercolorists, or they license their art or their drawings or whatever, their surface patterns, to certain licensing companies. We have people who they've been in the craft area all their life. They've done everything handmade, silk scarves, whatever, and then now they've said, well, I'm done with that. I just want to have a nice, easy business, but I can still be creative. So and then we have people that are like stay-at-home moms, or we have 80-year-old women, retired women, who go like, this looks like fun, let's try it. And same with the stay-at-home moms. It's like, well, I just bought a thing from Zazzle online. I think I can do this myself and earn some extra cash. So it's just this really great non-barrier entry place where anybody, like, if you're watching this, you're more than likely able to get this done if you want to. Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you need our help, we're here for you.
Yes.
And do we have any others? Oh, okay.
Well, this last one here, so where you can create your products at your own pace that work for you 24/7, right? And like we mentioned at the beginning, we've talked a lot about different types of people who might be watching this video and you resonate with different things that we've said. So a Shopify owner, maybe some sort of person who's working with licensed artwork, then somebody who has already started an online print on demand business, but on a different platform like Etsy. Wherever you're coming from, the whole concept of this video is that you're burnt out from what you're originally doing. And so you can create these products on Zazzle at your own pace. There's no one telling you, create this thing for this specific deadline because you need to have it out in the marketplace for Christmas time. Of course, you have to take that into consideration when you're creating products on Zazzle. However, you don't have a boss that's waving your paycheck in front of your face and saying, if you don't do this, you're not getting paid, right? And so these products, when they're posted for sale, like we said at the beginning too, that they can sell when you're sleeping, they can sell while you're enjoying your time with your friends and family. They're out there, right? And they're available for people to buy. And there's no pressure for you to be in the storefront, be in front of your client and convince them to buy this product and do the hard sell.
Yes. And just to be like clear, we obviously can't make any income claims. We always we have to say that because we don't want to get in trouble. This is educational. But the key here is that we first did the work, and we know now what is really working and what's not working on the platform. And because of that, we turned that into a course. And those people that went through the course that implemented everything properly are actually able to do it in a very quick way compared to trying to figure it all out yourself. And it ends up being that you're running a business, a small business. And if you are already in a business that was working, but you're getting burnt out from it, you're going to be able to translate that and run the business there online, right? So again, I just want to, as you said, a softer way to make money. You definitely are going to feel happier and less burdened, let's say, in terms of, it'll be a playful, fun thing for you to start. So I want you to do that, and write in the comments. We really want to hear from you. if you
Mhm.
realize, wow, how come I haven't figured this business model out before? And now that it's here, I can't wait to get started.
Mhm. And we have two great options for you. We have a 3-part mini series, which you will learn how to open up your store, post your first product for sale, and also learn about promotion if you are just starting out. And maybe you come across this video on YouTube and you're like, well, I really want to get started on Zazzle, but I don't know how to open my account or open up my store. That is for you. It's going to take you step by step through these 3 videos that will be sent to you in 3 days. Like each video is do it one day. And then the second thing is that if you're already on the Zazzle platform and you maybe already have your store set up, but you're interested in learning what to sell on Zazzle and what niches you can get into, we have 150 trending niches and designs downloadable for you, which you can grab, and the link is in the description of this video as well. So make
They're
sure that you
both,
check those out.
yeah, and they're both free. We want
Mhm.
to get you to get started and let us know how you do with those. We want to hear back from you.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.